about Jeremy Sochan and if he's going to stay with the Spurs or not. This is a topic I don't want to discuss, and I said I probably wouldn't again, but it has gotten to the point where I absolutely need to talk about it. So let's get into it. I'm sure many of you guys know he has not been playing like at all recently and has only been playing if he plays like 4 or 5 minutes. I think the most he's played recently is 10, and that was against the Bucks. So basically, the Spurs recently, actually, I think today or last night, gave him permission to explore trade options, from what I understand. Which, for me, he's my favorite player, so it's like, I don't really want him to go. But it's gotten to the point where more than likely he is, because he didn't sign a contract extension in the summer, and they're just not using him. Which, I don't know, there could be stuff going on that we just don't know about, behind the scenes stuff. But, he's more than likely going to be traded, and yeah. Basically, I was talking with my parents, and they were saying he will more than likely go to the East because the Spurs don't normally trade with teams in the West. Like, you look at Kawhi, he went to the Raptors. Raptors are in the East. And then Raptors could do whatever they want. They could trade him to Clippers, wherever, because Kawhi wanted to go to the LA area. And then when we traded for Fox, we look at those players we traded, and they all went to the Bulls in the East. And remembering the teams who are interested in Sochan, from what I've seen from reports, rumors, it's the Knicks, Bulls, I think Pelicans are one, Lakers. I think there was one other. But the Lakers, so we're going to eliminate the Lakers. I don't think he's going to go to the Lakers at all. Like, he doesn't like, the Suns were the other one. I'm sorry, the Suns. He just doesn't like the Lakers. He doesn't like the Lakers, and there's no way we're trading with the Lakers. Like, there's just no way. So we're eliminating the Lakers off the list. The Suns, they play in the West, and I don't really think there's any players for the Suns that we want. Now, I'm going to say if we traded Sochan, I would want, like, if I were the Spurs general manager, I would try to get somebody who's similar to Sochan, but better. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking really the only two players I'm thinking that are similar to Sochan is Asar Thompson and Amin Thompson. Just, I don't know, they seem somewhat similar to him. Sochan's a bit more aggressive, but they're both on the aggressive side. They get under people's skins. They're good at offense, especially Amin. He's doing great this year. Those are like two similar players. So I would say if we trade Sochan outside of these teams listed as interested, try to get a player similar to Sochan. Anyway, back on track. And the Suns are eliminated out of that list because they're in the West, and who are we going to get for him? And the Pelicans eliminated as well because they're in the West. I mean, we could do, I don't know, just probably not the Pelicans. Unless if we, like, maybe trade somebody else and get, like, a better player. I don't know, Trey Murphy the third, for example. Just an example. And then we have the Bulls and the Knicks left. I could see him going to the Knicks, but I don't know how they would use him. Because they already have a good, solid team. So how are they going to use Sochan? How is he going to fit in that is the big question. If we don't know how he's going to fit in that, like, I don't know why he would go to the Knicks. And then we have the Bulls. I feel like just the Bulls have just gone downhill. I don't know. I mean, they're good, but then they're bad, and I don't know. So I could see him going to either one of those teams. But out of the Knicks or Bulls, I could see him more going to the Bulls. Just because I don't see how the Knicks could use him, as I said. And I could just see Sochan going to the Bulls. Like, I don't know. And he already knows, what's his name? Trey Jones. He knows Zach Collins. He probably knows other players, but, like, he's closer with Trey Jones and Zach Collins. So I could definitely see him more going towards the Bulls than the Knicks. But then again, the Spurs could keep him for the rest of the season and just let him go into free agency and go sign with a different team. So then, they wouldn't have to worry about trading him. He can go to what team he wants to go. Other team, they can sign him, whatever. Which I'm not sure which one would be better. I think if we're wanting to get a good player, trade. but then we would have to trade other players. But if we don't really want a player back, just let him go into free agency and just let him do his thing and go sign with a team. All right, that wraps up our video for today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comment down below. And if you have any thoughts about where Sochan should go, what the Spurs should do, make sure you comment down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye.